Well, it's a good thing I'm using this because it looks like it didn't upload. It said reconnect, and I tried to, and who knows if it did or not. Oh well, I'll continue here. Oops. Middle-age is coming from my face. I can tell. The gray hair and everything coming in. Okay. Yeah, can't live forever. Yeah, hey. Okay, here it goes. With that flash of light in my face, that means it must be recording me. Who knows? But if it's not, maybe this will record, and then I'm not wasting my time reading something. Alright, I'll continue this, and just let you know that when I read my words, I'm using this side of my face. When I use the Muslims, that side of my face. The rat, ugly side of my face. Well, uglier side of my face, I guess you could say. Okay. Plus, I'm doing a mock Arabic accent. I'm going to read back a little bit here. Okay, what happened was he gave me a website, a Muslim website, called Sunan.com, which you can't find Sunan Abu Dawud by going to the numbers or just reading it. You have to type in what you want to find. You have to know something about the Sunnah to begin with. He didn't let me know that. I thought, maybe if I saw this little web browser of it, and I typed in Battle of Hunain, because that's what it was about. When it really basically says they can, have intercourse, rape, actually, of captured women in the presence of their husbands who are disbelievers. In other words, Allah the Exalted handed down the license to let Muslims rape women in front of their husbands, And all this time he's been trying to say that, it's not right, that it's been translated wrong, and if you take the Arabic and put it through Google Translate, it'll say they were uncomfortable having sex with women because their husbands are polytheists. Well, that's what Muslim 8:34-32 says. And he was trying to say that it's the same instance, the same thing, and that you can't have sex with polytheists. But then if you read right on a little further in Muslim, to Muslim 8:34-33, you find out that you can have sex with polytheists, with their wives, because Allah sends down Quran 4:24, and all married women are forbidden. Can't have sex with them, except, that's the key word here, which right hand possess. And that's in Muslim, and that's in Dawud. And when I went to that site, there it was. And he said I could take that Arabic and put it through Google Translate. Well, I tried it, and it doesn't do it. And why should his Google Translate be different than my Google Translate? I think they're the same, Anyway, I'll continue here. All right. Yeah. I say, hey, it's the Muslim who tried to get me to believe Sahih Muslim 8:34-32 was Dawud 2:21-50, because he couldn't stand the idea of Muslim men being able to have Allah the Exalted, by having the Muslim men being able to have Allah the Exalted giving them the blessing to have intercourse, rape of captured women in the presence of their husbands who are disbelievers, non-Muslims. Going so far to take me to a Muslim website he probably thought Allah would say B and keep me from going to Sunan Abu Dawud 2:21-50. I mean, it's not numbered, by typing, quote, Battle of Hunain into its web browser, taking me right to what I suspected to be all along since I came upon Quran 4:24 that allows Muslim men to have forbidden sex with someone's wife if she's the Muslim's right-hand possessed slave or captive. Hey, Muslim, according to the Injil, liars will have their part in the lake of fire. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. when are you going to start putting Pubba after saying Muhammad? He's the only Muslim I know that doesn't put Pubba after Muhammad when they says the name Muhammad, or all his apostles. He doesn't Pubba. Strange. I guess he doesn't want a blessing, or he doesn't believe it. I don't know. First of all, you have claimed that Quran 424 and Hadith Abu Dawud 2150 allow Muslims to rape women. Right. I will, inshallah, explain to you why you are horribly wrong. There are more lies. After reading this, if you still insist that Islam allows rape, you are only a miserable, stubborn liar. So your taqiyya, line for Allah, is going to be that good, eh? It was good last night, or the other night actually, until you actually gave me it was 2 nights ago actually. I wrote this, a day later. It was good the other night, and this was last time. I'm going to say other night. It was good the other night until you actually gave me a Muslim site that had Dawud 22150, as I knew it was, and not like you said it was. This Muslim exchanged Sunan Abu Dawud 22150 with Muslim 83432 to try to get us to believe, quote, in the presence of their husbands was really just, quote, because they were uncomfortable having sex with intercourse with the women captives because their husbands are polytheists. Talk about blatantly lying. Man, this guy, he's like a blimer, he doesn't care, he's just right in your face lying. This is a test of your sincerity too, so I suggest that you free your mind first. Right, because to believe this I have to be an airhead. Got it, yeah. Gotta empty my mind, yeah, free it, yeah. Let's read Quran 424 first. Quote, also prohibited are women already married, except those whom your right hands possess. Bingo! Aren't you supposed to present a Quran that doesn't say this? Man, I thought you were more sinister and smarter than this. Man, I bet you will now present the rest of Quran 424 that has nothing to do with Dawud 22150 and Muslim 83433, but is used by Muslims anyway to help snow away with words from the great evil of the first part of Quran 424. Let's see if you do that, okay? Thus hath Allah ordained prohibited against you, except for these. All others are lawful, provided you seek them in marriages added. Provided that you seek them with gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not lust. Seeing that ye derive benefit from them, give them their dowers, at least as prescribed. But if after a dower is prescribed, agree mutually. And then to vary it is added, there is no blame on you, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Do I know my Muslims, folks, or do I know my Muslims? He did exactly what I thought he would do. Yeah, because there's two ideas with that Quran 424. First part deals with what Sunan Abu Dawud and Muslim are talking about. Happy forbidden to you are married women, except those whom your right hand possess. And the next part of that very same scripture goes off into basically the allowance for prostitution. You pay the lady, and it's not really marriage. It's called nikah. I think it's called nikah. Yeah, it's like the F word, But it can also be marriage, I think, But the thing is, since you can divorce a woman by saying I divorce you 3 times, it's just prostitution as it comes. The rest of 424 is really basically the allowance for prostitution. You just pay the lady, pay her dowries, Yeah. 1. The verse basically tells us that Muslim men cannot marry married women. No, it's saying in the first part that forbidden sex with married women is allowed if she is your slave or captured war booty, right hand possessed, as Sunan Abu Dawud 22050, in a Muslim website attests to. That's at sunnah.com. Bless you again for bringing that Sunnah website to my attention. Bless you, you lying Muslim, you. And I'm going to make a few videos of that website showing that, because I have a feeling that, like the Mormons, they will go in there and they'll change history by getting rid of it. They'll make it like the polytheists. So I have got to get that in video form so it can be there, boom, and I can hide it, make a lot of copies up, and show it before they change it, like the Mormons did with the Book of Mormon by changing white and delightsome to pure and delightsome to make it not so racist toward Native American Indians who would become Mormon. Yeah. So I'm going to make some videos before I put these videos on. I'm going to make videos of that first. I mean, what's to keep him from going in there and changing that English the way he wants it, and changing that Arabic the way to make it sound like they're all Muslim 8, 34, 32. You know, what's to keep him from doing that? They very basically tell us that Muslim men cannot marry married women. You know, I already read that. No, it's saying in the first part that forbidden sex with married women is allowed if she is your slave or captured war booty, right hand possessed. I said that. Yeah. I hope no. Let's see. I think this is over now. I have too much. Oh, I guess I'll go a little further here. Okay. I hope no dispute up until here. Oh, excuse me. I hope no dispute up until here. The exception is the war captives that Muslim men hold with their right hands. Exactly! He screwed up. He actually told the truth for a change. Exactly! It could be married women of husbands who were disbelievers, like Sunan Abu Dawud 2:2150 says. You know? And also Muslim 8:34-33. This exception is linked to a series of conditions. 1, provided that you seek marriage with these war captives. B, you must give them gifts from their property. Yeah, starting to go off into the idea about how prostitution is allowed. You must desire chastity, not lust with them. D, you must give them their dowries as agreed. You do realize that the part of Quran 424 that is not what Dawud and Muslim bring our attention to is basically saying you can pay the lady to have sex with her. Prostitution is just fine in Islam because the Muslim can divorce that woman he married with the pronouncement of I divorce you 3 times. You do realize that, don't you? The verse clearly lays out the rules. It is crystal clear. Right. It is. The first part of 424 matches the meaning of Dawud and Muslim, and most of it allows the Muslim to partake in prostitution by paying the lady. And when you know that a Muslim can say, I divorce you, and can divorce a girl who hasn't even had a course period yet, after saying it 3 times, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, well, hey, maybe Islam isn't so bad after all. If you are a horned dog, that is. Raping is a forceful act against one's will. You're kidding. Like I didn't know that, yeah. The verse does not use the word raping, but marriage. Right. And the first part has nothing to do with it. As the website that Muslim sent me to the other night can attest to. It is not forceful, but mutual agreed upon. Yeah. It's not forcible, but mutually agreed upon. Where do you have it agreed upon? And where is the consent of her unbelieving husband? You know. 2, you have argued that the hadith from Abu Dawud 2150 allows Muslims to rape. For sure. The above verse from Quran and Abu Dawud hadith are complementing each other. Tell me about it. Hey, he screwed up again. He actually meant that they complement each other. Tell me about it. That is for certain. Yeah, he said, the above verse from Quran and Abu Dawud hadith are complementing each other. Tell me about it. That is for certain. Yeah. He screwed up. You have also argued that the expression put in the presence of the husband and hadith allows Muslims to rape women. Well, how can it not? You simply lie. You hope? You have said that 424, the above verse from Quran and Abu Dawud hadith are complementing each other. Well, that's what he said. Well, the first part of 424 certainly does, and the first part of Quran 424 complements Sahih Sound Authentic Muslim 834-33 as well. You have also argued that the expression of in the presence of their husbands in the hadith allows Muslims to rape women. Right. For why would the husband consent to have their enemies that defeated them in battle let the Muslims marry, quote, marry, then quote, their wives? Didn't you say that when they were captured, their marriage is automatically annulled? Actually, that's a hadith. I don't think you said that. Or was that the hadith? Well, who said it was annulled? Her non-Muslim husband said it was annulled? Where in the Quran or hadith does it say that he consents to having his marriage annulled? Where? You don't see you don't see how evil this is, do you? How it removes African American complaints at the time you said slavery. I think I need to quit it there. Yeah.